not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How the hell y'all doing? Boy, howdy shit. It's Sunday, baby. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. And let me get my shit together here. First one to jump in was Kelly Harris all the way from Fort Worth, followed by Irene Lambert. G2 is in the room. Debbie Kerpran, Trudy Baxter, Hallie Colquitt, and Bunny Griffin. Thank you, darling, for being here. Demetrius Cephas, Linda Gallup, Dorothy Tyndall, names go all the way back, baby. Diana DiCarlo, Roger Himmelwright, Sue Warrior is with us, Christine Sanchez, Carl Lowe, Helen Hernandez. Boy, howdy, everybody's here. Franca Slayer, Stephanie is in the room. That was, yeah, we thought that was dead, yeah. Anyway, Jeff Curry's here, Gordon Marble, Paula Pfeiffer, and Penny Hartleben, Jan Beach. Let me get this thing down here so we can start going. There we go. I want to thank Mark, our Blue Dot greeters in the room, as is Mrs. Chick, my co-host. Thank you very much all for being here. Anyway, babe, before we get going, I got mail, baby. That's right. I went to the post office, and all of a sudden, boy howdy, opened the box, and boy howdy shit, there was fucking mail there. So I was happy for that. Anyway, I got a card from Christina Keene from Kissimmee, Florida, and I liked her card. It said, yeah, and I do. As a matter of fact, speak 2 fluent languages. If you consider cussing a language, I'm pretty damn good at it. Anyway, she said a nice little sticker. What happened to the sticker? Where's the sticker? Oh, there it is. God damn it. And of course, it falls all the way to the floor. It's our old standard. If you elect a clown, expect a circus. But it was her note. She is a recent addition to our Blue Dot family and has been watching for several months. Is as horrified as any of us as the man progresses. But baby, thank you for the card and thank you for being a member of the family, baby. We appreciate that. And hold on to your britches, because it's gonna go places from here. Anyway. What's going on? Well, shit. National diplomacy, man. World diplomacy, I mean. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're not part of it. But it's going on. That's right. President Xi of China is hosting President Putin and President Modi of India. Having a little world conference there. Trying to discuss world matters and trade negotiations and shit like that. You know. Because we're not really in the game anymore. Donnie's made sure of that. He's made an ass out of himself in Europe. He's made an ass. Oh, by the way, today is the deadline. That's right. Today is the deadline. Putin had to make, that was going to have a trilateral meeting with Zelensky and Putin and Trump. And it's going to happen, or else guess what? Today's the day. And I don't see any meeting planned. That whole damn dog and pony show up in Alaska, it was exactly that. A dog and pony show. And Trump was the dog. At least Putin got to play the part of the pony. But, yeah, world diplomacy's not cutting too good right now. And neither is domestic policy. Boy, howdy shit, he's itching to get troops in other American cities. And, yeah, I seen, who was it? Oh, one of Oklahoma senators talking this morning about They asked him, would, because Oklahoma's got a high crime rate there, would you allow troops into your town? And he prefaced his answer by, well, if the governor invited them in, we would be glad to have the troops out. Well, there's the key words, if the governor invited him in. No, they don't want troops there. They don't want troops anywhere. But Donnie looks like he's hell-bent on getting something happen in there in Chicago because, he's the grand poobah. Anyway. Hello,
Funny you
Miss Chick.
should mention Chicago.
Why?
Well, Mayor Brandon Johnson signed an executive order.
An executive order, you say?
An executive order from the mayor of Chicago that says if Trump's stormtroopers, my words, show up in Chicago, they have to obey the rules. And his rules are that there will be no masks, no anonymous badges, no license plates that don't match the vehicles, and body cams need to be on.
You mean up front?
Yep, up front. If you're coming here, these are the rules. My state, my rules. Well, my city. This would be the mayor, so it's his city, his rules.
You think they'll hold to that?
Oh no.
No.
But my question is, okay, Mayor Johnson, if they don't, is it just going to be your city police that go and try and arrest them, or how does that work?
Brings up all sorts of questions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
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 The nationalization, the federalization of National Guard to put into a city, it used to be reserved for disasters, for riots. He's pushing this shit, and we all know what it's for. It's retaliation.
Well, and it's all these people look at him and go, what was that all about? Well, they're all tied together.
And you can't
Everything's
discount
tied
the
together.
idea that he is, I think, because in my book, in my opinion right now, just the way I'm seeing things, and it's just my opinion, I think the Republicans are going to take it on the chin come midterms. I hope
so.
I hope so too. It's against all odds. But
they already are starting to take it on the chin in Iowa and maybe even Wisconsin a little bit.
Well, where did we just had?
Joni Ernst. You remember her?
Right.
We're all going to die, Ernst.
Yep, we're all going to die. That's the good
she's
news.
not running. She's not running for a third term. Nope.
Oh.
Not going to run for Senate.
Well,
and can we flip that seat?
Decision.
Maybe. Could be a good chance to flip that seat.
We have opportunities, and just like down here in Texas, this redistricting plan, Latinos make up a damn big portion of our voting population here in Texas. I don't think the Latino community is very fond of Donnie right now.
No,
matter of fact,
I don't think so.
No, and that's going to be reflected. So they're counting on.
I mean, there's always going to be that small group that says, "But he's not looking at me."
Right.
Right. Until he is.
Shit. So the midterms are still. I don't know. I think they're up in the air right now, and that's a threat to Donnie. And the best way around that is just don't have midterms.
Yeah.
And that's what the fear is.
Also in that was Iowa. And it just seems like it's the death party. The party that wants us to die. They want to take away health care. They want us to die early. They don't want us to have any climate, things happening to stop that and all. No FEMA. I mean, just die. Just die.
Just die.
Just go die.
Just
go die.
It's the survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
If you want to survive, you'll survive.
If you're a billionaire, you'll survive. No problem.
No problem. Yeah. Send your staff out for supplies or some shit like that. Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh boy, howdy. I'm curious because he's had his hand up ever since I came and turned this thing on. So I imagine Dave has something to say.
Oh, I bet you he does.
Dave's always got something to say.
Yeah, back in Iowa, though, we still have Caitlin Dray defeated the Republican in a district that won big for Trump
for Trump
in the state Senate. That's their state
and
Senate.
produced a Democratic
hmm
representative,
It changed some stuff, didn't it? And they also
didn't it?
won a House seat too in April. Back in
That's what I
April.
mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I can see cracks in his armor. You know,
Yeah.
there's there's only so much that you can just pull out of your ass and expect everybody to just suck it up, and they're getting the taste of shit in their mouth. You know.
Even the people sitting on his coattails are starting to fall off a little bit. You know, they're like,
Eh,
wait a minute.
edging a little
He's
bit.
talking about me.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
Okay, so let's talk about what fucking Trump has done to Australia.
oh what
We
Oh, yeah.
hello everybody, hello Mitchy Chick and John and all the family, and I'm a bit upset today because
yeah
what happened in Australia yesterday was quite disturbing. There was marches on in most states. It was a coordinated march between Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide. I think Brisbane was involved, but it was a centre right and right winged group of people that were protesting in what they're allowed to do, very quietly, peacefully, with flags, just saying stop immigration, because these people are concerned about, they can't afford homes themselves and they can't afford rents themselves, and the immigrants are getting all this handouts and that, and I can understand their point of view from that perspective, and they have a right to say, well, that's what we feel. Now the numbers weren't big. It was in the
right
thousands, but it wasn't in the tens of thousands. But these people in every state were so peaceful. And, if you were shopping in the city, you would not know a protest was on unless you seen the
wow
people walk past. Now, what happened was, well, the neo-Nazis decided to join these groups halfway through the march. And all of a sudden, the march became violent. There was all of a sudden ranting, get out lefties, get out lefties, get out lefties. There
yeah
was attacks on a police officer, and it violated many other officers in other countries, in other states. What it turned out to be was most of them turned into riots, and they identified, and our news organisations have identified the neo-Nazi groups that escalated it all into a violent confrontation with police and democratic sort of people in the country. What they also done, John, is they went down to, in Canberra, there is and in Sydney, I'm sorry, a campsite which the Aboriginals are entitled to have, and they've had it for a long time. It's like
right
a haven for the Aboriginals, and it's just a nice cultural thing. Well, these neo-Nazis
right
incited people and got them to follow them down to this campsite and attacked Aboriginals. So from being a protest about only immigration and immigration numbers only, it turned into a full-blown racial riot. And it was all based on race. And our news organisations have pointed it out that it wasn't the feelings of all the people in that march. Most of the people in that march were just talking about immigration, not race. But it turned into and what it was
that's
we
pitiful.
call it over here the Trump effect. He's
That's
given the people that were under the rocks power, and
yes
they came
he's
out
giving them a
and they
voice.
incited violence.
He's given them a
Yes.
voice. He's done the same thing in this country. He gave racism a voice, misogyny a voice, all of it. Homophobics, you name it. All of the worms came out of the woodwork when Donnie came
Right,
in.
but those people were there. Those people
Yes,
are
they were there. They were always there, but they were
He didn't
under their
create
rock.
them. They were there.
Yes, yes,
Well,
we had them.
it's like America. It was probably 1% of your population were in favour of the neo-Nazi sort of thing, but it turned into 3 and 4% when you gave them a voice. Then when they got out and started doing their shit, and like Charlottesville, Jews don't
I'm
replace us.
concerned about
It
what
turned
percentage
into
that is right now, but I know it's not over 50.
exactly.
It's not. And there are more decent people in this country that are going to rise up. And as a matter of fact, boy, howdy shit, perfect timing. Tomorrow, baby. Tomorrow, Labor Day. MaydayStrong.org. You can check them out. It started on. It was a protest that started on May 1st, and they're an organization that is keeping the protests alive. And tomorrow is a big day. So if there's a protest around you, get involved, baby. Get involved. That's all I can say. And on that note, let me thank Susan Rotella, who came in with a $10 donation. Susan, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate that tremendously. Catch this up.
And I also have one other concern, John.
What's that, Dave?
I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's being reported today, 1 hour ago, a Midas touch. What the fuck has Trump got 15,000 American troops heading towards Venezuela at the moment?
Yeah.
Currently, apparently, he has warships, submarines, and aircraft flying over Venezuela.
Position right off coast, baby.
What is this about?
Drugs. Drug cartels.
15,000 troops?
Yep.
15,000. Now,
It's
in
gonna
Venezuela,
I'm telling you, he'll do
they are
anything to keep
screaming.
the fucking news off of Epstein. I don't give a shit if it's invade another country. As long as we're not talking about Epstein, it's fine. We can go to war with Venezuela.
Trump just released a statement saying our thoughts and prayers are with our troops heading to Venezuela. He's going to attack them. He's going to
doubt it. I would not doubt it.
start a war.
And what is Venezuela's response to that? They've armed their citizens. They've armed their citizens.
Yes.
Anybody that wants a weapon gets a weapon.
Actually,
how's that going to work out for our troops?
well, the innocent Venezuelan people. I mean, they haven't bothered America, really. I mean, seriously, they have not bothered America. What Trump has done, in my opinion, he thinks that America is his own, the whole thing. The border of Texas, right through the coast of New York, is all Donald Trump's land. He's going to put a fence around that and say the rest of the world, fuck off, but I'll attack you to keep my MAGA people happy or distract from Epstein. This is disgusting, guys. This is just out of control. I'm sorry I sound like I'm a lunatic, but from outside looking in, this man is such a threat to the world.
You're starting to see the results in your own country. In Australia, the rise of the right, the rise of the maggot crowd.
Extreme right. Extreme.
Across the United States and across the world, baby.
But you know what happens when we rage at them like that?
What?
And especially when we rage at Trump, it's what he wants. We fall into the trap. They want us to look like maniacs. We have to be calm about our outrage.
That's why we have to pay attention to what happened in Australia, because that's what I'm concerned about. If we have a large amount of people in the street, there'll be infiltrators from the right to try to go and instigate violence. And
it's the rebirth of the Nazi Party. It's the rebirth of the Nazi Party worldwide.
That's exactly how Hitler took over Germany, by convincing good Germans to hate a particular group of people. Yeah.
It's scary, John. It's actually so scary. We've never had a violent thing like this in Australia for decades. We have not had a march turn into police were hospitalised, public were hospitalised.
I think it's the result of his second election, because, like I said, the first time he got in office, he didn't have the backing. It was a one-off. It was like, oh shit, we won. This is planned by people who have an agenda. And they're all on his side, baby. And they've taken over. You know, our only chance is the midterms. Hey, before we bring in our next guest, let me thank Lincoln, who came in with a $10 donation and said, veterans at Union Station are playing General Milley's speech over the loudspeaker. We don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator. September 2nd is going to be huge. Blue tide removes orange stains. I love it, baby. Yes. Yeah.
I did hear about that. Yeah.
I hope they play that. Yes. His own Defense Department chief warned us. This is
this is
serious. Hello, Patty.
when they talk, what do we got to do? We got to fucking listen to what they're telling us they're going to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been telling us the whole time what they're going to do. Problem is, we're just not fucking loud enough.
You're right.
We're not in their face.
You're right.
enough,
We're not. There's
and
not
it's just,
enough people outraged yet.
how do
Well, we
you
have
keep a
to
Nazi under a rock? You know how you keep a Nazi under a rock? You keep telling them to stay under the rock.
You sit on the rock.
Yeah.
You know,
You stand on it.
You know,
You bury the rock.
you were mentioning something about them taking it on the chin, right? I wouldn't. I got somewhere else I can think of that they should be taking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they just, I got into it with another guy last night for, a good couple hours. That's just so far gone by choice, and that's how you get these Nazi rise ups. It's just, it's all choice. You got to choose to be an asshole. You got to choose to be a bigot.
I do. The difference between where I live and where you live.
It's not much. I've been around enough to know that, the Midwest is fucking awesome. Down south, I love it down there. And it's not any different. The only difference is people's attitude. It's just the attitude. It's about what you want to be into. And Trump has given them the excuse worldwide, right? The Task Force Butler and Ken and Chris, they're just, this is a worldwide phenomenon. The DW out of Europe does the kind of PBS style in-depth documentaries,
right?
And they've done some really good ones. Just search it on YouTube, guys. There's a problem, right? When people are given the right to shit on other people's rights.
And
that's not liberty.
That's what basically
that's
Donald
not
Trump
liberty.
was given.
And I used to fight for these assholes because we used to get sued, right? My town would get sued every year for not giving them their permits to have their events up here, right? Their yearly event where we had, 5,000 boot steppers in my town every year walking through downtown, and while I would go and help them get their permits to make sure they weren't fudging their information, because you can't just throw an event, We can protest on a bridge anytime we want to as Americans. We can protest anytime, right? But we can't hold a huge event in a park without permits.
Yeah. You got to coordinate.
Pretty simple. You got to have porta potties, you got to have your help, and you got your security, make sure you get your water, make sure everything's golden. So they wouldn't even submit. The fourth year they didn't even submit an application and sued the city, right? So whatever, a couple of years I helped them get their deal so that I could go down there and protest them. Right? Because it is our
everybody
right
has their right. Everybody gets their right.
To stay under your rock.
Exactly.
Right? That's our whole thing. That's the only thing we have is our accountability. Right? And when we can tell each other as citizens, stay under that rock. Okay, enough with that. Okay, we're not doing that in society. And then you got a guy that comes along who's just, it's the trickle.
He's turning
it's the long game.
left and right.
Well, it's the long game. It's, and it's one more thing and one more thing and one more thing and one more thing. And then it's flood the zone and you're overwhelmed by it. And you got half, a third of the country completely sycophantal has. Man, you say the word Biden around some folks these days, you know how it goes. It's an instant trigger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They come up with all sorts of bullshit about how terrible everything was.
That man was the best president your country has ever had. No disrespect to Obama. Obama done a great job. But Biden achieved and repaired a lot of damage that was done by Trump within 12 months. He achieved a lot of...
arguing to their death last night, Dave, about they couldn't even come up with one thing, not one thing, right? That Joe had done anything close to good. I can name a few things that Trump has done good. They can't name a single thing that Donald has ever done wrong, and they can't name a single thing that Biden ever did right at all, ever. He was asleep or dead.
Well, what happens when you talk about Epstein? What happens when you mention Epstein to them? What do they say to you?
It's changing. it's gone from release everything to you got to protect the people that are
yeah. That's the line.
Important.
Well, you're going to have to really be guard the names and protect the innocent and all
It's
that.
not,
Yeah. We want to do that.
well, when you're in a
We don't
cult, you
want to
tend to
protect the guilty, though.
rationalize, justify, and try to interpret the way you are in the world where you were at, when actually it's
You
your
mean
choice to be where you
backpedal? They're
are.
backpedaling. That's what you mean.
Yeah, it's
They're
bullshit.
backpedaling.
You all know it's bullshit. Exactly. So we just got to call each other out more, and that's
Well, on September the 7th, the Congress Oversight Committee has Kash Patel and Bondi appearing before them. Now, apparently, on that day also is a vote going to be held that every 100% of the Epstein files, unredacted, unplayed with, to be released. Now, they expect it to pass. Because there's a few of the right-wingers that are saying we want to see the Epstein files as well. There's been a lot of work done on the Epstein in the background that has not been done loudly to be noticed, but there's a lot of people who've been interviewed that live around Epstein's home as to what they've seen and the comings of goings, what went through the front door. They have got names of people that entered that place that you would not believe. And Trump was one of them. Clinton was one of them. I've got it somewhere a couple of names, but
Again, with
this
the
is
name.
reported. The Midas Touch is actually reporting this, so it's not just hearsay. But they interviewed the neighbor of Epstein, and they asked her, "Did you see anything develop and happening?" "Oh yes," she said. "I've seen a lot of famous people. I've seen Mr. Clinton. I've seen Mr. Prince Andrew, and I've seen. Did you see Donald Trump going? Oh yes, Donald Trump used to frequent the place. Yes, and I've seen." And she rattled off some names. She said, "Oh, Mr. Gates was there, and Mr. Elon Musk was
Lord.
there, and I even see Mick Jagger there. He was lovely." This is what she's saying. The people that frequent Epstein's home. This is why we're not getting the files.
More importantly, Dave, I think some of the women who were girls at that time are going to be up there this week too.
Yes.
Or soon.
They want to be heard. Yes, they want to be heard.
And what they have to say is much more important than any of this,
Correct. Correct. Because you say, "Oh, we want to protect the innocent." Well, the innocent are staying innocent. They're not bringing their voice up. But there's a lot of girls saying, "We want to be heard."
Yeah.
So
a lot of
they don't
victims
want protection.
Yeah. They're willing to open up about what happened and who.
They want to tell their story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe the Ghislaine Maxwell interview, apparently within the interview there's a lot of bad stuff that they even took out before it was released. Meaning she didn't. Yeah, it wasn't exactly the script.
If that wasn't a scripted interview, just that interview with Maxwell had only one.
Maxwell.
Script was a good word for it. It was, was this
yes.
a written thing that people were given that here's what she said?
Of course it was.
Yeah. Script.
It came right off the fax machine at Fox News. It's the same exact
Representative.
All the Republicans every week. It's all the talking points shit, and it's all the right words at the right time, and it's all Chat GPT. I'm telling you guys, they're running the fucking country.
Representative Representative Mike Collins was caught in a hot mic, and he was talking to the reporter, thinking the mic was turned off, and they talked about the Epstein file, and Mike Collins said. Trump's all over those files, but we've got photos of from the FBI of Epstein's fireplace mantle, and there's photographs on there with him with Bill Clinton and him with Bill Gates, and even him with the
variety of people. Yeah, I see those pictures with a lot of different
Fidel
people.
Castro, yep, Larry Summers. All there but no Obamas and no Bidens. No Obamas or Biden pictures or anything. No Obama, no Biden. The man that he's attacking.
No, Biden didn't go. I guarantee you that. And Obama neither. I guarantee you that shit. Hey, let me send out a thank you to Vincent Saravo, who came in with $5 and said businesses that paid tariffs should get refunded because it was ruled illegal. Yeah, too late already. The prices are already gone up. And Philadelphia Wobian came in with a $5 donation, and it didn't pop up there because she didn't make a comment. Y'all try to make a comment. That way it pops up
Hey,
there.
John,
Yes, dear.
we have a new member in the audience. You want to see if you can get Sue Warrior up here?
I was fixing
We
to
will.
do that.
Okay,
I
we'll see
was.
if
We have
It
several hands up.
sounds
Jorge's got his hand up.
we didn't get a
Yeah.
chance to test out whether he got his microphone and stuff figured
while
out.
you're doing that, just let me inform America. Some Americans obviously know what I'm going to tell you, but a lot of Americans don't know what I'm going to tell you.
What?
Quietly in the background, due to Trump's tariffs, right? Trump's great tariffs that are going to build America and make America great again. Well, in the background, what's happened is Canada has been in negotiations with Coca-Cola.
Yes.
And they've been building a new factory, or starting to build a new factory in Canada. They're going to start making their cans and all that stuff, the hardware, in Canada because too expensive with tariffs in America.
What do you think
Our
this whole
cola,
meeting over there with Z and Putin and Modi is about? It's not about world
let me
peace.
give you the
It's
rest of
about
these.
it's
Let me
about
give you.
trade.
Let me finish, John.
Huh.
Let me finish the rest of this list. Alcoa, which employs a lot of Americans, makes aluminium and folds aluminium. Alcoa makes a lot of stuff in America and employs a lot of people. GM are leaving because of parts tariffs, and they're building something in Canada, and they're not moving the total operation, but a
Winning.
major part of their operation is going to Canada. Tesla is moving to Canada due to supply costs and power costs. Campbell's Soup is now negotiating
Campbell's.
with Canada. Campbell's. They've got
Say
increased.
so, Campbell's.
Their taxes are killing them. The new taxes and the supply costs are getting too high. Ford invested $3 billion in Oakville, Ontario, Canada, because of cheaper power supplies and parts supplies. They are actually in
Are you
talks
trying
with
to
Canada's
paint
government.
a picture here, Dave?
Companies are running away. They're
Yes,
supposed to
they
be
are.
staying there and employing more people.
Yeah, as much as he
How
wants
does
to
this make
scream about
America
how
great?
he's bringing, it's not, Dave. And that's the
And
realization
all
everybody has
those
to come to. All this bullshit about make America great, where he's doing nothing but destroying this country on every front.
John,
Huh?
but every one of those companies I've just mentioned to you, they also have supply companies and a supply chain and
Yes.
a logistics chain that is employing Americans based on those
Like
companies
dominoes,
being there.
baby.
Yeah.
It spreads out. It spreads out. It affects everything in the supply chain. Every company, shipping companies, trucking companies,
It's all
packaging,
shipping.
everything. Besides the part itself. Hello,
We
Sue
don't make
Warrior.
shit here.
Are you
Sue?
with us, Sue? Go ahead.
You have to unmute
Unmute
Sue
your
Warrior.
mic. Yeah, you're muted up. There you are.
There's the
Nope,
You
muted up
look for
again.
the
Red
little
button.
microphone button and you push it. They're new to Discord, so
nice.
getting familiar with the navigating.
Well, basically, down the bottom of your screen there, you will see 5 little icons, and the second from the
Possibly,
left.
depending on what they're using.
Of course, if they're using a computer, they won't be, will they? Yeah, that
I
makes
think
it
they're on
harder.
a tablet.
I heard a ding.
Nope.
We'll wait. See if he joins the conversation. We'll pick on
How about
somebody
playing a
else who
song
had
for
their
me?
hand up. Better weather. Is the weather
How
really
you doing,
better?
everybody?
Is the
What's
weather really
up?
better?
Oh, it's going to get better. There's no doubt. We just got to
Okay.
wait for it.
All right. I just wondered.
Quick reminder, everybody go protest tomorrow.
Indeed.
It's supposed to be one up here tomorrow.
Labor Day, baby.
If you don't know where to go, Indivisible, 50501, come find Sons of
Yep.
Liberty. We're doing backup for a lot of protesting. So if
Oh,
I
yeah.
am a bit distracted while I'm here, that's because I'm getting ready for a meeting where we're just doing prep for everything.
Outstanding. Outstanding. I appreciate that. You're
Got to
involved.
do it.
Do what we can. But
That's it.
Yep, I'll be down
Absolutely.
at the park tomorrow in my cocktail dress, and it's our mayor's birthday
yeah.
tomorrow, so I figured I'd do him
Oh, yeah?
the old Happy Birthday, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. President, Mr. Mayor.
excellent.
Yeah.
Aussie Dave, while I'm
Yeah,
here,
it's gonna
man,
be a good
sorry.
day.
On behalf of my country, man, sorry. This is fucked.
You don't have to apologise. Your president is the man that's done this damage. He's damaged
Yes,
America,
yeah.
and he's moving on to damage the rest of the world. He's loving it because he thinks now got supporters in Australia. I'm sure one stage he's going to say, "I even have people in Australia that love me." He'll use
He's
this
got supporters
because
all over the world because they're maggots all over the world. There are racist, bigoted
well, they're
assholes
Nazis.
all over the
Then
world. And that's who
he's their
that's
new
who he-
Hitler.
Yes. Yes, he is their new Messiah. Their new Hitler, yes. They're
Yeah, it's a
Fuhrer.
cult.
It's
It's
cool.
worldwide.
For sure.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
we're not
But
even
I'm-
talking
what
about
I'm saying is that
United
there
States
are
at
those
this
people
point.
within every society. But you know, especially over the last 30, 40 years, you know, they were minimized. Where freedoms were expanded for a lot of people. And they went under their rocks. They bitched about it and moaned about it, but there's nothing they can do because you know, you can't stop progress. Well, somebody forgot to tell
Yep.
Donnie that. Because he's doing his damnedest to stop progress, reverse things in this country. And if it's reversed here, it reflects around the world.
I think that
Big
Donnie has got Donnie and Netanyahu and Putin. All three of those guys have got a plan because I don't know if you've seen the release of the interviews with the hostages that were being held by Hamas. Now, what happened was this is going to be a knock your socks off. Apparently, these hostages have been saying, or they have been saying. We were so well looked after by Hamas. They protected us from bombings. They threw their bodies over us to protect us from shrapnel. They tried to keep us very safe. They looked after us, and we seen the struggle, and we feel sorry for what's happening. We were offered. This is a hostage. We were offered release on October the 9th, which was only weeks after they were taken. They were offered back to Israel, and Israel ignored the offer and started bombing. Then they were offered back another month later.
Whether or not they come back alive.
He didn't want them
If he
back.
just
He didn't
recovers the
want them
bodies,
back.
you know,
That's all he wanted.
The way he's
That's what these
acting,
people are saying.
Yeah.
These hostages are
That's the way
saying
it's looking, Dave.
he was going to kill us to make his own point. That's what Netanyahu was trying to do.
I'm not going to argue that because it seems like he doesn't really care. There's not very much left of Gaza that the IDF hasn't bombed the fuck out of, and we're still seeing it. We just saw the results of one, and what do you see in the videos? People carrying kids out, you know, children, babies, and shit.
Last week, John, we had another march in Australia and in most states, and that march was bigger than this march of the anti-immigration that we had yesterday. The march was in hate, or I don't like to use the word hate, in disrespect for Israel. So in Australia, we had
Israelis are
a few
protesting.
states. Yes, they are too. Yes. And we had big protests here in Australia saying, get out of Gaza, Israel. Netanyahu should be locked up. And that was much, much bigger than the immigration parade we had yesterday, which the neo-Nazis took over and turned into a racist parade.
Boy, howdy shit.
Israel is hated throughout the world as well. Trump is hated throughout the world. Putin is hated throughout the world. And
Look
these
at the
people are
company we
running
keep.
the world.
While we turn our back on NATO, on the European Union, on Ukraine.
Yeah, but even still, he's been kissing NATO's ass the past few weeks, despite the Ukraine situation, which is, of course, another flip-flop. But He's realized that we can't. That's the only thing we got left. Seriously, it is a small thread of a little bit of hope with that NATO's not going to kick us
to
out.
give weapons to the EU so the EU can sell them can give them to Ukraine. That's what I understand.
That's not enough.
No,
it's not.
No,
it's not going to be
enough. We should have direct involvement. We should give Ukrainians enough weapons and supplies to kick Putin's ass all the way back into Russia.
Straight up.
And that's easy.
That would be easy.
And that's an easy fix.
Would be.
Yep.
Would be.
It would not be difficult.
With the right resources,
we've gone, how many months has he been in office? And he was going to end that war in 24 hours and all that bullshit because that's what he sells.
8 months. 8 months. 8 months, John.
8 months and nothing. As a matter of fact,
8 months and he's
Putin has stepped up
Putin.
attacks on Ukraine, trying to grab as much territory as they can. They're absolutely punishing Ukraine. Ukraine is fighting back still, but they got one hand tied behind their back with Trump. While we watch our president play dog and pony show with Putin.
He's dog shit.
John, you've got. I remember the last show. I'm going to keep you honest here, John. The last show you put up dangerous late in the show, and you said you're going to bring him up a bit earlier. You remember that?
That guy. Let's see.
That guy. Unfortunately, that guy.
That guy. Let's see if Sue Warrior. Sue Warrior made it in. Let's see if Sue Warrior made it in. Sue, did Warrior? Are you there? You're muted.
No, unmute your unmute your mic. Sue Warrior.
Hang on, guys.
Yeah, he must
look
be
at
still
look at the bottom of your screen, maybe.
Yeah, there's a little microphone
and
there.
There's
next
little
to the
pictures
camera.
across the bottom. Don't touch the red one.
Don't touch.
That'll hang you up. Look for the little microphone. Might be the second one in from the left.
While we're waiting,
David,
by the way, Dave, I love you too, Dave.
I know you do. Thanks for the Christmas card.
No problem. You're on my list.
You're on the list. Well,
that's the camera.
We have your video.
Right, but you still are muted, Sue.
Right next to it. Right next to that button, you got your mic.
The next button over.
Yep. Just hit that one time and it'll unmute it.
Hey, while we're waiting,
we can see your thumb.
Keith Thompson, who came in with a $2 donation and said, oh, he asked us in an empathetic way, can Minnesota succeed to Canada? I think there's several states wondering, hey,
I think that's been asked.
Yeah, come take New York,
Can we move the border a little bit?
Right there.
So, by the way, I might mention something that I just got a message through Discord from 5050.1, and they now have a new thing called, you can go to WeCountProject.com. And basically, they use real numbers to tell our movement story. Our dashboard visualizes over 11,300 anti-Trump protests, showing the true scope and power behind us. Imagine seeing large numbers of participants on one day of our protests, over 3 million. Our percentage of participation compared to the 3.5% rule, or the overwhelming percentage of protests with no injuries, 99.8%, arrests, 99.4%, or property damage, 99.7%. Our numbers show the scale, the solidarity, and the non-violent nature of our movement. When we count by designating counters, we get accurate crowd counts, creating public sources, and our actions shape and record and inform the media. To build the momentum of dissent and the crowd counting consortium, an independent public project out of the Harvard University in conjunction with the University of Connecticut, collects data on protests that meet qualifying criteria. By making sure our protests are counted, we measure not just the size, the mass, but also the velocity of our movement. Mass multiplied by frequency, velocity equals our momentum of dissent, and it's what builds the power to force an irregular leader exit Trump's resignation. So they empower the protesters, and this is how they count the crowds. So I highly recommend. This is from 5050.1, and they just sent this message on the board. It's the name of the website is WeCountProject.com.
WeCountProject.
Yeah,
WeCountProject.com.
WeCountProject.com. Yeah, We Count Project, and yeah, they're working. So you know what? I mean, if you're going to hit the streets, you might as well make sure that you're counted.
You're counted. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want those numbers reported.
Yes, we do. And these guys are compiling it. So they just sent me this message, and I thought I'd pass it on to everybody.
Well,
Nice.
we appreciate that. Anything, that's the whole name of the game, is our voice.
Yeah.
We were already looking at we discussed the possibility that there may not even be an election because of some bullshit that he's going to try. So never in my life has the need for your voice and your vote been more important. This is like a turning point in American history. Either we survive this or we slide into something else, and I don't like something.
By the way,
Yeah.
I got something to throw out on that note too. Has anybody heard about Clippy? Do you notice my icon now? My avatar is now
Yes,
Clippy.
Clippy does,
Remember-
yes.
Do you remember
Yeah.
Clippy? There's a thing
Yeah.
that's going
Thank you for
around
Clippy.
right now. And what it is they're telling everybody to change their avatar to Clippy. And what that is in reflection to is it's a mass movement. If you remember V for Vendetta, when everybody put on the Guy Fawkes mask, it's a movement. It's a way to say a protest. In fact, I don't know. I watched a video last night about it, and the guy was saying that he wants to start this because he remembers the day back in the old days of computers when Clippy would show up. He would always be annoying, but he would never read your papers. He would give you advice. He was the proper AI. And this is a way of telling corporations, we're not going to take it anymore. You're not going to steal our private data. You're not going to take all this shit from us. You're not going to get us into subscriptions that, by the way, the one guy was saying he's a writer. And what he uses Adobe and to write his books. And now what Adobe is doing is they got it to where he's on a subscription. You can't really own the software. And every time he writes a book, they're using their AI to train. Yeah. Well, they're using people's documents to train their AI to steal intellectual property. So by putting Clippy as your avatar, which I've done completely over every social media platform I have, I'm now Clippy, except I'm kind of the sly-looking Clippy. So I highly recommend. It's a movement, and I want to be part of it. So it's
Clippy
a way of
little
this
red-eyed
that.
right there. Looks like he's a
He
little
does
red-eyed.
look
Louis
red-eyed.
Rossman. He's the smart guy that's behind all of that. Louis Rossman.
Can we
Good-
see if
like,
the
good
behind,
Warrior
like,
has
that guy
fixed
there.
their
Oh, okay.
microphone problem yet?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
Mr.
a
Chick,
tech guy,
let's.
so I follow him big time.
Hang on,
Oh,
guys.
so
Hang on,
sorry,
guys.
you know who I'm talking
Hold
about.
on,
Hang on,
everybody.
hang on.
Hold on.
Let's-
Hold on. Sue,
Too many
Warrior.
people.
Can you hear us?
Not lighting up. Okay.
Never there.
Sometimes you might need to log out of Discord and then come
No,
back in.
it might be a permissions thing. I was trying to explain that the other day, and I don't know if we got that fixed.
Right. Yeah,
We're
Discord's got some
working
weird.
on that.
Permissions is another deal, yeah.
Let me thank Wesley Wiseman, who just came in with a $5 donation and said, "Old dictator wants change the Department of Defense to the Department of War," and that is true. That is true. Because
Yeah, that came from a Fox News
It's not
suggestion.
about defense, baby.
It's so
about
fucking
war.
depressing.
Fuck that. We still got a problem in America with the kids being killed by guns. And I see Sebastian Gorka on CNN and on MSNBC. He was taken on. He was talking bullshit. He was trying to make it sound like these people committing these crimes are mentally unstable. They're gender problems. Sex changes, all that stuff.
Yep.
And CNN and MSNBC come back and said to him, "Hang on, 98% of this shit is done by white young Americans, males. No gay people done this shit. No
It's
girls
gonna be
done this shit."
everything except the control of the weapon. The guy went out
Yes,
and bought all three of
it's
those
a-
weapons within a month. Whilst he was writing shit, whilst he was demonstrating, unusual activity and shit. So
Pay no
like
attention to the
anti-social behavior.
movie.
Antisocial behavior. That's what he was exhibiting.
Exactly. Yes.
They all
Yes.
they all do. They all go into a hermit shell. By the way, all these fucking lone wolves, what they do is they socially remove themselves from society, and then they get in their own little echo chamber. So if you got a friend who just kind of disappears over 6 months, you know that something's wrong. You know what I
No,
mean?
I'm going
If
to
they
tell
were
you
there were
something.
warning
being
signs
seen
with this
stuff.
kid, and
Yeah, they always are.
but
Always
you
are.
know,
Yes.
the conversation is going to float like, you know, there has been over 434, I think, over
Mass shooting,
434
right.
school shootings
God,
since
just schools. Oh my
since
God.
Columbine, or is it Sandy
2016.
Hook? It might be Sandy Hook.
That's because they know it's an easy target. That's why. And you know what? Each time they
If you
do
don't learn
this,
from
they
fucking
look at the
history,
last
that's
people did it. They glorify it. You
we
know what
don't
I mean?
have
They
the
glorify
gumption.
the
We don't
previous
have the
people.
cojones in this country to stand up against the gun lobbyists. We don't have politicians that will stand up for the rights of the people instead of the
Yeah, right.
rights of the gun
Right.
manufacturers. A
Right. They want to
well-regulated
put.
militia is the first words of the Second Amendment being
Well, the way
necessary
they
for the
look at
freedom
it
of
is they
say
want to arm the.
that's a National Guard, baby. You want
They
a
want to
weapon?
arm
Go
the
join the
teachers.
National fucking Guard.
Yeah, but they want to arm the teachers and put Constantine wire and turn
Oh,
our schools
that's
into
gonna fucking
prisons.
solve everything. Let's make a goddamn prison out of everything.
Okay.
Let's put
Okay.
troops
This
everywhere.
Kids done too while
You
we're at
know,
it.
let's put
this
troops everywhere.
this stupid freaking Pam Bondi, she came out on Fox and said we need to put metal detectors on the entrance of all the schools. What's that going to do? They walk through the metal detector, it goes beep beep beep, but they're still in the fucking school. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of saying, "Oh,
They
a
do
guy's
have
just
that. They
walked in
do
the
have
What's gonna
building"?
magnetometers.
that
They
that's
have
where the
magnetometers at a lot of schools. They
yeah,
do. They do, especially
and
high
that's where the
schools.
first
They
shots
do.
will
They
be
have
fired.
magnetometers. Yeah.
Correct.
That's where the
But guess
first
what?
Now
shots will be
he's
fired
another.
as it goes through the
By the
fucking
way,
magnetometer.
a
Is that
ghost
going to
gun.
stop somebody?
A
No.
ghost gun ain't gonna register, right? You make a ghost gun on a 3D printer, it ain't gonna register.
But
No.
let me tell you this, guys. You got that picture in your head, right? What's happening with guns in America, with white males doing these crimes? Just picture this: in Arizona, Representative Yasmin Ansari went to visit one of the detention centers, and she went to the ladies section, and the women in there, she said, were covered in rashes, in sores. They were being given secondhand underwear to use. They're suffering from UTIs due to the fact of unclean underwear. They've got no clean drinking water. They smell. They've got no showers. They are treated like
And the sad
animals.
part of
She
it
said,
is there's a lot of people in this country, Dave, that are saying, "So what? They're here illegally." They
No,
fail
they're
to
not.
see
These
the lack
people-
of humanity.
Those people
Itself.
are
these people these people were in the system that were designed for these people. These people followed your rules, were in the system.
Yes.
Some of these people were snatched out of court buildings. These were
Hell, they had to turn around a plane last night that was deporting Guatemalan children. Children. That's
They
just
turned it around,
deport 'em.
though.
Yeah, they did.
They turned it around.
They turned it
Oh,
around.
good.
Yeah.
She said-
Thank
What
goodness.
did it
Jasmine
to
said-
turn around? What did they get to
Jasmine
turn? How did they
said-
get it to turn around?
There's no criminals in that jail she went to. There was not one person that was there for criminal
Pam Bondi?
activity. No, this was Yasmin Azari,
Oh.
the representative, went
Oh,
down
okay,
there.
okay,
She
I'm
said
sorry.
all the women there, not one of them had criminal activity or criminal convictions or marks against their name. They were there based on the colour of their skin or where they came from. And they were snatched from courts, from school buildings, from their workplaces. They were snatched. And they are now covered in scabs. She said it was ugly. What does that remind you of, guys?
This whole damn thing is ugly, Dave. This is a stain on our American society, what he's done.
It's a way to dehumanize people.
Yes. Yes.
You know what's going to
And
be
we-
uglier is when we hold them accountable.
It is.
Yeah.
That's going to be
They're
real
gonna get
ugly.
it,
That's
too.
going to be real
And
ugly
they're gonna
when we
get it,
hold them
too.
accountable in a few
I
years.
hope.
Yep.
You know,
I hope.
because that's
We will.
it's coming down the pipe. You know, this is
'Cause
not a
that's what
joke.
has
These
to happen.
motherfuckers.
We need to
We
make
not
that
only
our
need to-
mission, by the way. We need
not
to make it a
only do-
mission. when we can. You know what I mean? We need to put that, like how we deal with the Epstein files, we need to make that just as big of an issue when we have an opportunity to go after them. By the way, I want to mention something. Did you know that we can actually impeach each individual secretary? We can take RFK Jr. can be impeached. Tulsi Gabbard can be impeached. They can be impeached individually. It's not just a presidential thing. You can remove secretaries. So,
But we can't do it. Dangerous
well, no,
one.
Congress can, and right now
But they won't.
In fact, there's two
there's the
people that are
key
doing the
words.
impeachment.
Congress can.
Two
There's
people
the
are
key
doing
words.
impeachment right now. It just started yesterday. Two people are actually going to the 25th Amendment, and they're going to bring it up on the House floor as soon as they get back in session.
They don't have
it has
the
to be
votes.
voted on.
Exactly, Mr.
They're
Chick.
going for it.
We
What's
can
It's just
introduce
empty
bills all day
talk.
long.
It has to be when the Democrats take power again. I know that there's going to be people saying, "Well, this is all politically based. They're taking out the GOP because
Damn
they're
right it's politically based.
Exactly,
Damn right.
exactly.
Goddamn right.
They broke the fucking law. They're accountable. They should be held
You wanna know
accountable.
why
If they
they're
know
doing
it. That's this
You know why
desperate
they're doing
time
it?
right now with redistricting. That we're going to have a whole redistricting war over this shit. Over who has control of Congress, baby. Everything's
You
on
know
the
what
line.
they're doing?
guys.
The basis of the 20. You know what they're doing? The basis of the 25th Amendment
Hang on,
for
guys.
is because they're doing the 25th Amendment against Trump because they know that he's trying to remove the governors from the federal, the Federal Reserve, and that's the fourth branch of government that most people don't talk about. And they know that right there is going to change the entire economic situation of the world. And
Again,
the fact that
with
he
the
is
House
doing
and Senate that we have right now, we can't get anything.
Actually,
through.
there's
Nothing.
Republicans. Republicans are coming out too, and they say that they would join
Well, I'd like to
because
see
they
'em.
see the
How
threat.
about let me see them on the floor voting? Because
Well,
it's not happening.
we shall soon. I guess that the rubber's going to meet the road here in a few
I'm
days
hoping.
as soon as they get back in session.
From your
They
mouth
have to go on
God's
this
ears
vote.
that we see a turnaround within the Republican Party, because that's what this country needs more than anything else. It's not Trump. This is the Republicans that are enabling him, allowing him to do all the bullshit. Hey, let me thank Vincent Saravo,
John.
who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Didn't Trump end Obama's mental illness flag for purchasing guns?" I believe he did.
Did he?
I believe he did.
Did he?
I believe he
think
did.
he did.
John,
yeah.
Sue's back. Sue's got a
That's
hand
the
up
red
again. Try her.
That's the red flag law, right?
I'm going to take that chance to make my bow out right now because I got some other things to go take care of, guys. It was awesome talking to you. Anybody out there listening, just remember, you're not alone. If you go protest, you don't have to be alone. Find some friends. Indivisible,
There you
50501, Sons of Liberty. We got your back.
As a
Guys,
matter
have
of
a great
fact,
night.
as soon as you get the
Thanks.
protest, you're amongst friends. You don't
Have a
need
great
to-
day.
Damn right.
Indeed.
Be safe out there tomorrow.
All right, better weather.
Yeah.
Take care of
Yeah.
yourself, and thank you for everything you're
Better
doing.
weather.
Outstanding. Sue Warrior.
Looks like
we're
you
gonna
got
try-
Sue Warrior in here now. You got Sue Warrior and their mics off.
Just
Am I live?
Yeah.
Just settle down. Just settle
Yes.
down, guys. Let's see.
Sue, are
It
you
is.
there?
we can hear
Yeah.
you now.
Hey,
What's
I
up?
think I know.
how about we got your ass in here now?
Son of a bitch.
Aloha.
Son of a bitch, we got you.
Well, welcome to the
I don't know
welcome to the room.
what Mike is, but thank you for having me on, guys.
Oh, we appreciate you being persistent.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus.
That's the
My
sign of
God.
a man
Did
that's
they
got
make this
something
any
to
more
say.
difficult?
Yeah, Discord's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
a pain in the ass. I had to get back out, go back in.
It's got a learning
You
curve.
name it.
That's what it is.
I did it. Yeah, it's a learning curve. Okay, I'm there. I don't know if I can duplicate this again, but I'm there.
Oh, well, we
Well,
got you in
welcome
here
to-
now. Where are you from?
I'm from Washington.
D.C.
yeah.
or
Oh.
state?
No, state.
Outstanding.
DC. Well, no. Who the hell can afford to live there?
No shit. No shit.
Really.
I visited there recently. Nope. Unaffordable, baby.
Who wants to live there?
Not
I would've
for my
Exactly.
poor
Let me
pockets.
ask you something. Have you guys? Has anybody ever Googled the Oh my God, what is it? The Washington D.C. Temple.
Washington D.C. Temple.
Yeah,
I
Google
think
that
I've heard of it.
and tell me if that doesn't remind you of Duloc.
I can't look.
Now, whose house is smaller, Donald or Duloc? Check it out, guys.
Who's Duloc? Can you clue me in? I'm missing it.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek.
The little king.
Yeah.
On Shrek.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he wanted to be king. He was lord, and he lived in this huge city overcompensation. Yeah.
Lord Farquaad.
It's a Pixar.
Lord Farquaad. So,
Lord Farquaad. There you go.
As in
So what is it? The Temple of Washington Temple? Is it called the Washington Temple?
Yeah. Just put DC Temple and see what pops up on images.
Interesting. Never heard of it.
Yeah, this is really.
Yeah.
How did I never know about this
But you can see it for miles.
This thing. Where did this come from? What's going on with it? How do I not know about this?
How do you not know what's going on in America? Mate, you don't know nothing about what's going on in America, let alone this. I mean, we don't know what's going on in the world.
Like a little golden nugget, right? You got a little golden nugget, you throw it into a big swimming pool full of shit, you got to go find that golden nugget. See, but you also got some peanuts and corn in there, and you never really know what the fuck you're going to find, but next thing you know...
Holy shit, you know what this looks like? This looks like the Mormon temple in Utah.
Holy shit, this is huge.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
That's exactly what it looks like. Tell me that's not Duloc. Tell me that's not Duloc on Shrek. And you got Shrek and Donkey and
No wonder. Okay, I see it is a Mormon church. No wonder. They always have a tendency to do churches like this. I don't know why.
Oh,
I didn't know.
okay.
This is actually Washington, D.C. The Mormons are there and this big of a...
Yes, you can
holy
put it on the map.
That's
Put
where
it on the Google map. Google is
look at the directions for this place. Anyway, wow. That's something else.
Stone, dude. Look at the stones that building's made of. Holy shit, that's the Masons that built that. The Masons do the work. I mean, that's,
Well,
it's in Kensington, Maryland.
That's a big temple. How have I never known about this? I didn't.
It's in Kensington, Maryland.
Dave, I
That's
found
where
out
it
today
is.
that my country's invading fucking Venezuela. You tune out just a little bit. This is how flood the zone works, right? You tune out just a little bit from being fully plugged in, and you don't realize that your country's gone to war, and next thing you know, there's a big ass temple in the country's capital.
Well, they can afford it. They don't pay tax. They just live off the fucking government. They don't pay tax.
This thing's been
Did you know
there
how
since
close proximity this
1974.
place is?
It's been
Do you know
there
how
since
close in
1974.
proximity that? Do you know how close in proximity this place is to the NIH? I'm blown away. It's like only a half a mile away from the NIH. In fact, there's a National Park Cemetery and Historic District. That's interesting. I didn't even know that place existed. Wow.
I look at it as any other church in that area. The Catholic Church. They're all one big glorious church. That's where the money goes, baby. Into building
They've got the
bigger and
best real
better
estate.
churches.
They got the
Not
best
to
real
feed the
estate
poor
addresses.
Or, clothes. No.
I remember when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I remember churches had the respect of everyone. I'm talking about when I was 10 years old. I'm going back 50, 60 years, where when there was a problem within the world or a disaster, you seen the churches there with soup, sandwiches, doing the thing. You seen churches giving out clothing,
highly involved.
not throwing paper towels to
what
people.
Did we see, what's his name do up in Houston when the hurricane hit up there? The big
Paper towels.
Church. Yeah, he closed he had his whole church area closed off, fenced off. He was forced to open it by news reports that he was being a dick. It's true. I can't remember his name right now.
Joel Osteen.
Shit. Joel Osteen, yeah.
Osteen.
Joel Osteen. Big church. Everybody knows Joel Osteen. Has a big
that
old
thing's
mansion
big
up
enough
there.
to have
He
a
has a
baseball
huge
field
church.
inside of it.
He had to be
Yeah,
shamed
huge.
into opening that thing during the flood.
Yeah.
during
It
the
was
hurricane.
bad.
It
And then
was
afterwards,
terrible.
they go and raid his house, and he's got cash money stashed in the frickin' walls behind the drywall in his
Yeah.
house.
Yes.
He's got the
Yeah.
interior
Because
walls
that's what every
loaded
good
with
Christian
cash.
does. That's what every good
Yeah,
Christian
right.
does. Staff money in the wall.
Don't trust the banks. Put it
Yeah.
under your
Yeah.
mattress. Right.
Put it under your mattress.
Hey,
Don't
by the way,
trust
I
it.
watched a video yesterday, a real quick like TikTok video, which I don't normally do. But it's interesting. There was this guy who was in the Army as a commander for 20 years, and he got called into the office day before yesterday, and they told him that he is in big trouble for posts that he had put on social media that he was anti-Israel. He stood up for the Palestinians, and somehow or another, like the Army figured it out that he had posted this shit, and he got called into his office. Then they told him to come back the next day because they wouldn't show him the proof of what they were talking about. And the next day they actually showed him the post, and they said, "You are a national security risk now."
That's,
And he goes,
I would claim
allegiance.
bullshit. I get a fucking lawyer.
He says, I took an allegiance to the United States of America,
No, he
not
didn't.
to the
He took a
country
fucking
of
allegiance
Israel.
to the Constitution of the United States. And he
Correct.
has the
And he
right to
does.
have any fucking opinion he wants to have. As long as
Not
he,
according to what they
yeah,
said.
that's bullshit.
Yeah, they're fucking with
you
him.
know,
They're fucking with him. They said he's now a national security risk, and he's had 20 years. He's still active military. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, but Trump,
Yeah, I
Trump.
can.
We all know that
Yeah.
Trump wants to have his own generals in there, his own
He
admirals.
wants complete
So
control of the military.
exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's just knock the
And
shit
they're
off
going to
the
try to
fucking
purge
doorstep
any
here
way
and
they
just say
can.
that
That's how come.
he
you
does
know,
have it.
I'm
He is
hoping
doing
the
it.
uniform. There's lawyers in the military just like there
Yeah,
are out
you
here.
think he cares about lawyers though, buddy?
No,
I
he
don't-
does not.
And that's
No.
if he's going to play the long game, we know this is what they're doing. Okay, we got
Didn't he
to
get rid of
after
like
it. We gotta
JAG? Didn't he get
after
rid of
it.
the JAG people? Those people that basically he got rid
Oh,
of.
he
all
will.
the fucking- He did
They'll
already.
try
I
to purge
thought.
them too. All right, let me call out a couple of thank yous to Wesley Wiseman, who came in with a $5 donation and said, Congress and Senate Republicans put Kennedy, Bundy, and the other fascists in those positions. Yes, they did. And that's what the problem is. And our Blue Dot greeter came in with a $2 donation just so we could all get a smile. He said, play the song, baby.
I just need you to
Play it, John.
Hell of a guy.
Hello, Jorge.
I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up,
bitch.
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the
Just
fuck
there's
up.
moments
Shut
that
the
that's
fuck
a
up.
song.
Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Hello, Jorge.
I feel better already.
Of course you do. Anytime you hear that song, you feel better. Let's listen to it again. See, we'll all feel better. Don't you feel better? Everybody feels
I
better.
need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Hello, Jorge. How
Well,
are you doing?
you
my
know,
friend?
we're living and learning here at Rancho Tire Biter. And,
Is there
um,
still some tires around to be biting down there? I thought you
Well-
bit them all by now.
we're
Most of them floated off in the flood, but he got new ones.
we're
Yeah.
trying to recoup what we can.
Yeah.
We're okay though. I mean, you know, we're Texas come hell or high water,
Yeah.
and we had the high water, and
Yeah,
so
and we're
you know,
going through hell. So hell and high water. That's it. Yeah, it's a good analogy there, Jorge. We're going through hell with our
Yeah.
governor.
You know,
It's-
they got the signs when you come into Texas says "Welcome to Texas." Got the
Yep.
state flag on it,
Yeah.
and I thought, you know, they're all nice and green. And I thought underneath it should say "Where democracy died."
Where democracy is going to die. If
Where
Texas
democracy
but
died. Welcome
you
to
know,
Texas, where
I'm-
democracy died.
I'm hoping that this
This is-
redistricting bullshit that they just pulled,
Shit, man.
it's not gonna be as powerful as I think they think
Which
it is.
bullshit? Which bullshit?
The redistricting to give 5 more
I thought, okay.
congressional seats in Texas, because there's a lot of stories going around about the Hispanic community in Texas. Now they're not kind of liking this Donny Boy shit. Hey, kind of looking like a pendejo, you know, and yeah, they're a powerful voting bloc here. And that's the vote that they are trying to dilute. That's the plan.
Yep.
It's a racist fucking line thing. How many white guys could we get in this fucking group?
Yeah, first you lie to them and get them to vote for you, right?
Yeah.
And then you kick them out of the voting community.
Yeah.
That's some right wing shit right there.
Gather up.
Yeah. Oh, well, he did say, "I don't care about you. I just need your vote. Just this
That's
once.
what he said.
Then you won't have to vote ever again. Then you won't have to vote ever again."
I love the poorly educated.
Yep. He
plays
And the bastard, you know how he gets. You know how he gets rid of his opposition without killing them or being accused of being a murderer? He takes his security away and hopes someone assassinates them. He's taken the security away from, what's her name? Oh, my God, I feel so bad.
From Kamala Harris.
Yes. Now, why would you do that unless you wanted someone to take a shot at her?
Waste, fraud, and abuse, bro.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, just to let you know on that, normally they only get 6 months worth, and he canceled it after 7. Biden extended it to 18.
Because
I thought the ex-presidents.
No, it's only
I thought the ex-presidents had security for some years after they leave office. I thought they had protection.
The ex-president does. But the vice,
of course.
Yeah, the
vice president. Yes, I understand. Yep.
Yeah, the vice president only gets it for 6 months, and Biden extended that to 18 months, and he cut it after 7. So.
She still had 12 months to go, virtually.
Yeah, seriously.
The reason he did it
I know it's
still the same.
And it's a technicality, but you know what, Dave? I'll tell you what. One time I was texting on YouTube when you were talking. And you were like, "What the hell is going on in the U.S.? Like, oh my God, what you people got a problem?" And I'm thinking, and then after hearing you today, and that's why my hand went up. Is, you know what? My text was, this is going to involve you too, buddy. And I hate to say it, and now you're seeing it.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't watch what the hell is going on in the world, there are wars and conflicts everywhere. And John, you said something about this meeting that was supposed to happen today, and it didn't happen. The trifecta? No, it did happen. But look where it happened.
Yeah, that's true.
It happened with India.
That's true.
It happened with China, and it happened with Putin.
Very good. Very good. There was a trifecta meeting, but it just wasn't the one Donnie planned.
Yes, there was.
And I think that meeting right there should speak volumes about what Trump has done on the world stage.
Yeah, we're done. We're not the world power
anymore. It is because Trump that meeting is even happening.
I don't mean this to sound really crappy, guys. But I've been following the Ukraine war since they were building up troops and saying, "Hey, man, I think they're going to invade." Nah, it ain't going to happen. Yeah. Well, why did they stop? Let me ask you a question. 40-mile-long convoy stalled for 2 weeks.
Yes,
there you go.
I remember that. Under Biden, wasn't it? Wasn't that under 40 Biden?
40 miles long, 40 vehicles wide, stalled outside of 19 miles away from the capital of Ukraine, and it stalled. An A-10 pilot's dream. Are you shitting me?
Sitting ducks, baby.
Sitting
ducks out there.
And they stalled. But when you look at what happens, let's say, just talking, honey. Well, good, because they got to hear me through the speaker, because I don't know where the damn thing is. Sorry, the wife came out.
No,
damn that technology.
There you go. There you go.
But here's the deal. when you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. I think they ran out of gas.
It's the easiest thing to
I think they ran out
Their
of
supply
gas.
chain.
Yeah.
Their supply
We-
chain could not keep up with their
No, 'cause
advancement.
Well, those
I
tanks,
remember that.
those tanks that they're using, they only get about 150, 200 miles on a tank full of gas. That's all they
Yeah,
get.
they don't give a shit. You talk about an M1 when we said, "Oh, we need to give more M1s."
Early,
Okay,
early
Australia's
in
giving a bunch of
this
M1s.
conflict.
Do you know an M1 has to stop every 100 miles to change the fuel filters
And the air filter.
and the air filter, and then
And you have
refuel
to
the
get out.
goddamn thing.
You have to get out of the tank to change it,
Yes, the damn thing.
and you're dead in the water.
Yeah.
You're a sitting
As long as
target.
you're fueled and changed and good to go, that thing goes. I was in Desert Steel, Desert Storm, and let me tell you what, man. You know, I'm a disabled American Indian veteran of a foreign war that was
Thank you for
there.
your service, brother.
And
Thank you for your
I'll tell
service.
you what.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Me
don't
too,
thank me for that. I'm a Ozzy.
Yeah.
I'm a loser and a sucker. Ain't you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm a loser to sucker
Mate,
too.
you
John,
have more
I've been
respect.
watching your
You have
channel.
more respect from me than I have for any American president. You guys were sent in to fight the battles for the rich, not for the American people, and that's
No,
what
I
you've
agree.
been used for.
We didn't know
I
that at the
agree.
time,
And that's
though.
why
We
I
didn't
have
know
a
it at the
problem.
time.
Yeah, they got me. Hey, John, I
Yeah,
wanted
they
to
got
let
me
you know
too.
before I go, if I could, real quick. John,
Good.
I watched you a couple of little short takes, and then I subscribed, and the subscription was it was a rant, and it was, man, you were so pissed off at that damn truck, you were gonna blow that shit to hell and go. And I showed that to a buddy of mine, and that son of a bitch fucking told me that they let him in on January 6th. And I thought, you know what? We're no longer friends. But I am true with you.
Thank you, brother.
I feel
Thank
for you.
I
I've gone
appreciate
through
that.
everything. And I'm going to send you a package because I think you need it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
I
I
got one
appreciate
coming
it.
too, John.
No,
Make
I
sure
got
you
one
get
that
the
I'm
right
picking
address
up
there.
now for you.
No, I'm not going to do it. Sorry.
It's a good
I got
idea
care
to put my
packages
address
coming
in.
too, John. Yeah.
Thank you much.
I'm looking
everybody.
forward to that. I appreciate
yeah.
it very much.
Thank you, Miss Chick. And
You know, this whole
God
family
damn.
is
Man,
made
you were
up of,
helpful.
you know, I
Let John talk, please, guys.
I often say, I talk about the conversations that go on in this chat. It is very difficult for me to keep up with this chat. I can see Carolyn. That's why we need to share that shit. I can see comments, but it's the conversations that go on between the blue dots out there that really speak to who we are. And you know, I always say that we got a lot more blue dots than we have subscribers or viewers or anything, because you don't have to watch this show to be a blue dot. We got millions of them in this country, millions.
Yep.
And we just need to get them all.
Which is why you need to share this shit and hit
Sure,
that
that's
like
right.
button and
That's
get up here on
right.
the Discord and use
There
your
you
voice
go.
yourself.
It's helping the
And
cause,
subscribe.
baby. It helps the
And
cause.
subscribe.
And
It does.
And you know,
Right.
I'm sitting here looking at my Discord screen,
Yeah.
and I didn't actually realize that Sue Warrior was my twin sister.
Oh, right.
No,
That's
lost.
funny. Anyway,
on the
from
Discord screen.
Yeah,
from
you
one
got the
Sayus office
yeah,
to
jargon.
one other Lakota warrior, I say
Oh,
aho.
I
yeah.
don't think so.
Mhm.
All right, well,
Aho.
Mm-mm.
it's twins, you know.
And aloha.
Aloha. Aloha from Rancho Tire Biter.
And hey, y'all from South Texas. Hey, y'all, how you doing? We all
And
have
John
our way.
down there on the coast.
Yeah.
And a big high five from North Idaho. Did you see, Sue, that the ice showed up a little bit north of Spokane here a couple days ago and popped a couple of the hard-working illegal immigrants off the fire line?
Red is dead.
Had
Oh,
all
I
the
saw
that.
firefighters
Right.
off and
no,
line
I
up
did
for
see
3.5
that.
hours.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, are you shitting me?
Biggest
Yeah,
freaking
no
fire
shit.
in the nation right now. We can't even get any help. I just had a bunch of acreage burned down on the other side of another lake up here where I've got my silver mines and shit, but there's like 300 houses lost and nobody's saying a damn word. The governor doesn't
Really?
even pull a string to help. You know, there are no funds available, so why even ask, right?
Yeah, right. No,
No, I
I
haven't
have
even heard
seen
it.
it. I have. Well, you bring that up. You're in Spokane,
I'm in Coeur d'Alene, yeah.
Coeur d'Alene. Yeah, gotcha. You're probably a Republican,
Oh.
at least. That's what you tell everybody, because otherwise you'll get fucking,
Yeah.
you'll get hung.
Yeah. Motherfuckers
Yeah, you'll
know
get
who I
hung.
am, bro. I've been hunting Nazis
You
up here since the
overthrow the
90s.
course I did. Yeah, otherwise you get hung.
Tomorrow we're doing a deal because this the 25th anniversary up here of the year that we got the Nazis out of here in the Skinhead Church, the Church of Jesus Christ Christian, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And we're doing a deal tomorrow at the protest downtown. That's a memorial for the family that got attacked by the security guards up there at the compound, and it's going to be pretty badass. And it's a way to hold that long lasting accountability. We went up there and turned that Nazi church into a Holocaust museum.
There you go.
And turned the ground
Well, that's good.
into a memorial grounds, right? And
another thing we need to put the brakes on is these fucking concentration camps they're building across America. I know they're going to close this
Well,
alligator
Alcatraz got shut down.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
that shut
it
down.
got shut, and that was $450 million of
Yeah,
wasted
that was
fucking money.
Florida taxpayers' money.
Hey,
that was not the federal government. That
To
was
the Trump
Florida.
administration, when it comes to this shit, hey, it's
Right.
just money. It's just money. When it comes to your health care or your social services, fuck you. Go get a job or something.
Yeah, just die
grovel.
already.
Grovel.
They lie, we
But
die.
for this shit, oh,
That's a
hell
good
yeah,
sign,
they're
by the
all
way.
in.
That's a good sign, by the way. They lie, we die.
I just wonder how much Ron DeSantis lost money on that deal for
The
his
state of
his
Florida lost
parishioners.
their ass off.
How much
You know,
money
Yes, they
was
did.
that?
Yeah. It
Rhonda-
costs a
Rhonda
state when you
passed
start
Rhonda.
kissing the president's ass, as in here in Texas. It's Texans that lose with this bullshit.
That was a shit ton of money, man.
Yeah. Tell me they ain't done it down here in Texas. They haven't expanded the capacity of every holding place down here. You know how that game has worked down here. They have detention centers here for migrants down here in South Texas, but they get full, so they contract to the local sheriff, the local little county jail, or wherever it is. They'll start contracting that stuff out.
Yeah, but the student per capita money down here, that's a whole different thing.
So
ain't
it's one of the only countries in the world that you can buy shares in the stock market in the legal system. It's unbelievable. And that's what it's going to be like soon. Trump will privatize the police.
true.
He'll privatize all that stuff. But, I want to just bring out something to the
there's money
table
in
here that when I've noticed with Trump and what he uses, Robert De Niro said something very important last week. He said, "Look at me. I'm a little frail old man that you don't scare me. And I'm not scared of you, and you're not scared of me, are you? To the border. No. You just a lovely old guy, He said, well, on TV or in the movies, I'm feared. I'm a tough guy. And why is that? Good directing. And Donald Trump is being directed by someone that's making him. This is what we call. He said what Donald Trump is doing, method acting. Method acting, you portrayed as something you're not.
Oh, he's
Trump
always
is
acting
weak.
like he's a badass.
He's not.
Yes.
He's not
He always
smart
acts
enough
like
to
he's-
come up with this. It was other people
Well,
who did it.
The main fact is here with what Trump comes back with, and when he's being interviewed, if he's in trouble, he says things like, "Why are you being so dramatic?" Like he's making the interviewer feel like he's being bad to Donald Trump. Why? And he will say things like, "Do you even trust me?" Or, "So what do you want me to say?" Or, "Can we just move on?"
People are saying,
Are you going to throw everything away and he turns everything back on the reporter, making, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you or the country feel bad. He's a bastard. He uses emotional blackmail when he's being interviewed on the reporters. He's a clever man, but he's being well directed by someone.
You know what? He's an asshole from the get-go. His dad raised an asshole, okay?
His
And
dad
then he
was an
gave him,
asshole.
he turned him over to one of the most to train him.
Lawyer.
Yeah, Roy Cohn, and this is what you get.
Yep. You never show weakness. You never back down. You
Okay,
always
and
stand
here's
your
something
Never back
else
down,
that
and
I
that's his mantra.
want.
Stick to the
One thing
bullshit.
I'd like to throw out there is that they like to say that Trump captured the Republican Party, and I don't believe that. I believe Trump enabled these people to be who the fuck they were to begin with.
That's
Yeah.
right, baby.
Yeah,
They're
to
not under
begin
the
with.
rock.
You gave you permission to be who you were.
They were this way all along. They just couldn't come out and
Part of those
say it.
people that crawled out from underneath the rocks. And a lot of Republican politicians across the states have done that too, in state houses.
I mean, you end
what's
up with
happened here
little
in
shit
Texas.
like Josh Hawley. I mean, every time I see him, I just want to slap him, you know? Because you know what he is.
Jorge,
You know what he is.
what my point is, though, if Trump didn't have someone in the background telling him what to say, how to distract the
he
question.
can't write this.
Oh,
No,
yeah, he
he's
can
being
stick to a
directed by
script if
someone.
it's written
Stephen
down, but you
Miller
can
writes
bet your
it.
ass he's going to go off script and start pulling shit out of his ass every damn time. Every time. The only time that he makes any sense at all is when he's reading a piece of paper. Somebody else wrote something for him to say. And if he sticks to
He'll fuck that up, too.
Oh,
He
yeah,
still can't
he
go
will. If he takes a
more
single
than,
pause and gets off on a tangent, there you go. He's off into the bushes somewhere.
There goes
So-
Daddy off in
Yep,
the background.
there
Yeah,
he goes
Big Daddy.
Corral his ass back in here.
I love that. He's in the bushes. It's true. He starts off talking 10 words of sensibility, and all of a sudden, he's just gone off the fucking racetrack into the bushes. He just goes in a word salad. He never answers anything. He never completes a sentence, and he turns a half sentence into a full paragraph. The guy's a fucking lunatic.
All right, let me give this public announcement real quick. Lanya Billabells, if you'll just hang on a few minutes, we're going to all be in the blue room. She's trying to find out how to get in here, and she's in the blue room. Anyway, that's a good lead in because we're going to have to call it quits for the night. I appreciate everybody being here. It was a lively conversation tonight. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Wesley Wiseman came in with a $5 donation and said, these churches in West Virginia help spread all this MAGA hate. We saw that in the news, a while back ago, not just on West Virginia. How Christian preachers across the country were preaching the MAGA shit. So they crawled in bed with him, and now they got to sleep with him. You know.
Now they're involved in your government. They have a voice in your government now, thanks to Trump.
Yep. Indeed. All right, let's
well,
wrap
they
it up.
think
for
they
the
do,
evening.
but that ain't gonna last too fucking long.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Great
I'm
to be with you
hoping,
guys
brother.
tonight.
I'm
Everybody stay
hoping.
safe out there tomorrow if you're out protesting. Make sure you're doing your
Fatty,
proper due
thank you for-
diligences.
Thank you for coming in, brother.
You know it.
We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Always a
All
pleasure.
right. Take care of yourself.
You know it.
All right. And Dangerous.
I am
Thank you for
here.
coming
I'm
in.
sorry, I muted myself. Anyway,
No,
yeah, I'm
sir.
here.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being here.
Hey, I appreciate you inviting me in. I'm putting your care package together. I'll give you a shout here in a couple of days and tell you when it's on the way.
I appreciate that. I'll be looking forward
We have
to
no wind here. By the way, did you know a hurricane just passed to the north of Hawaii,
did.
Henrietta? It
Yeah.
did. And, actually, it kind of surprised meteorologists because normally when hurricanes
watched.
pass to the north, we get cooler waters. But this one actually friggin' intensified
I've
when it
watched.
got to the north of us. We have no wind. It's
I
cloudy.
don't pay as
It's like
close
very
attention to the
humid.
Pacific as I do the Atlantic, but I watch. I have a hurricane tracker that
Yeah,
I
it just
check
goes
all
to
the
show
time.
you that the Pacific is getting warmer farther
It is. There's been
north
a
where
lot of storms.
hurricanes can form.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, you
Yep.
know what, John? You have a blessed weekend. Enjoy Labor Day. Get out there and make a stand. Make your voice heard.
You bet.
We're all trying to save this democracy. That's all.
That's what we're doing, brother. Dangerous. Thank you for your
Yeah.
voice and your time, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you for
All
having
right.
me in. All
You
right.
bet.
Aloha, y'all.
Aloha,
Take
my
care.
friend. And Sioux Warrior.
How you doing, Jimmy?
All right, brother. Glad you got in here. Now remember those settings so you can come back and visit.
Oh my God. Discord
And
sucks.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, get used to it though, because actually it's a great platform, and everybody get on the Discord. It's going to be one of our bases of communication when
Yep.
Trump shuts all the other public shit down. It's
That's,
not that hard
that's
to
how
learn.
I
If you
found
need
it.
some
My
help,
kids.
just come and ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
I
bad.
want to thank everybody. I really do. Thanks for letting me in.
Oh yeah,
We appreciate your voice, brother.
glad you
Oh,
Come
came in.
back.
love y'all.
Love you back, brother. Take care
Much
of
love.
yourself.
Plus, I think that everything here is encrypted too, which is a nice thing that pioneers can't hear, as far as I know, except for us, broadcasting it. But other than
Right.
that, in the room, we're private.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
It's pretty secure, I think. Anyway, let me see. Jorge.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thank you for coming in, brother.
You guys need to like, share, and subscribe
Well,
because,
of course you do.
John's got a P.O. box, and it
It's
wouldn't
it,
hurt
it's
to
a,
just
yeah.
throw him some
It's
stuff
right there. It's right there. Throw
because
me a card.
we love him and his boys.
I'd
And
love to go to the
and,
post
and,
office and get mail. Who don't?
and a little piece of history during the Red River Bridge War in 1931. The Oklahoma guys threw sticks of dynamite at the Texans across the bridge.
Yeah, just
But
a
the
little
Texan,
friendly.
but the Texan picked up the dynamite, lit it, and threw it
Threw
back.
it back. There you go, brother. There you go. You got to have
Y'all
the
have a
matches
good
too.
night.
Jorge, take care of yourself. Give my best to Dan. And Dave.
Hello.
Always appreciate your
Well,
lively conversation, my friend.
thank you, thank you. I enjoyed myself today. I enjoyed the coffee, no cake today, but hey, it was still a good conversation. The world has now become much more aware. The world has, but it's not just Australia that had these protests the other day. I mean, other countries as well are dealing with the same situation. England, some European countries, the Nazi movement is come out the ground, and they're having a good go through Trump of getting control of world power. There's AI images being published. They are on YouTube, they're on Facebook, of Donald Trump holding a globe above his head and saying what the world doesn't know is coming. This is scary stuff. Trump is being used as a patsy to some large organization. It's not Trump. There's like the Bilderberg Group or something very strong and very powerful in a way of very rich people.
Helping to shape this shit. Yeah.
They are the orchestrating everything and financing everything. We are fighting not just Donald Trump. We are fighting something bigger than we realize, and it's going to be a battle for not just. Look, this is going to go on past my lifetime. Sorry to say this, or any most of us, because this battle. It's going to be a generational thing now. Donnie has turned this into a generational thing. We are too late in life to do much about it, but I use our voices. The younger ones are going to deal with this. Good night, America.
Dave. Good night, Dave. Thank you for everything you do, buddy.
Good night, Mr. Chick.
Your heartfelt interest in
My
our
pleasure.
country. Anyway, Miss Chick.
Yes, John.
There you go. Well, that was a lively conversation this evening.
Yeah. But it was nice to hear a new voice tonight.
It was. It was. Let's hope. Sue Warrior comes back. You know,
Yeah.
we need
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I think we all feel the same way when we first try Discord. It's like, what the
It's
hell?
irritating. Yeah. Once you
Yeah.
get it though, you got it. It's all right.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, it's a little. It's a little.
Don't let that
sometimes.
damn machine intimidate ya.
Don't let
It
it.
can't
Just
get the
pick up
better
your
of
hammer,
you.
shake it at it. It'll come around. Anyway.
How's that look, John?
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice.
They're all
Yeah,
nice.
and I also wanted to very quickly send out some condolences to one of our YouTubers here. Soulcraft just lost their father. Just
Soulcraft.
if it was today or yesterday. Yeah, just some condolences and some healing energy for peace of mind. Because
our heart goes out to it's loss is yeah, it's hard.
We've been through it. It hurts.
Yes, it hurts tremendously.
Unfortunately, death is a part of life. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
But keep coming back. We'll keep you distracted.
That's what you got to stay.
Good at distracting.
You got to adapt, overcome, move forward, even in death. You can't.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you really want to be distracted, if I don't know, go protest tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big protest day.
There you go. Tomorrow's a big day. Get your ass out there. But protest, they're going to be all over the country. Check your local listings.
At this point, I don't even, in my area, I don't even think they bother to keep up with putting it on those lists. They're just out there protesting.
I know, because I searched Corpus Christi protest and it comes up nothing. Got nothing. And
yeah.
I know there might be.
I think they just given up. It's like every this day or every that day, you just protest.
It's a daily thing. Get out there anytime you can. Use your voice. Anyway.
And if you happen to be in D.C., do the big ones.
Do big ones.
Just be extremely careful. Yeah.
Anywhere you go.
Just pay attention. Have your eyes and your head on a swivel. Yep.
There you go.
In the meantime, we had people that shared this shit, and that's another thing you can do. You can share, and subscribe. That helps us.
Shit you can do.
Our family gets bigger.
And the word gets spread.
Then we get wonderful people like Mark F. in Ontario, Canada, who share this shit, and Tim T. in New York, Felix C. in Florida, Micah W. in Illinois, Patty B. in Minnesota, and Shirley G. in Illinois. They all shared this shit.
They all shared this shit, and we appreciate the shit out of them sharing this shit. And we appreciate you for even watching this shit or being a participant in this shit. There's a lot of shit that we're appreciative. So, but we really appreciate it when they share this shit, because that's what makes us grow, baby. That's what makes the word go round. Anyway, it's Sunday. Monday's coming up on us, baby. We're facing a whole new week. We have no idea what's going to go on, but we know what's happening tomorrow. So if you can get out there and protest, and if not, enjoy your holiday, enjoy your Labor Day as much as you can. But remember, we need your voice, baby. So if you have an opportunity, do so. Anyway, I guess we'll be back here on Tuesday for another Blue Dot Family meeting. So until then, put a smile on your face and face it every day, baby. Spit in its face, as a matter of fact. Make it a good day regardless of what it throws at you. Make it the best day you can. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you for being here. I love you, Miss Chick. Thank you for everything you do. Mark, for everything you do. Y'all take care. Good night, Miss Chick.
Love you too, John.
Good night, John.
Buddy.
Good night.
Good night, John boy.
Good night.
Be good.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. No.
What?
No, I see. I did it